Greatest Muhammad Ali once said, "Old age is just a record of one's whole life." Hi, I'm Gayatri, a consulting psychologist and a practicing counselor, and today we are going to talk about old age and fun activities you can do with your elderly loved ones. We all know or have someone in our family who's old. And I'm sure while I'm saying this, you have pictured at least 2-3 faces in your mind, right? Grayish white hair, wrinkles on the face and hands are the obvious highlights of our elderly loved ones. But let me clarify, old may be mere a number or just a feeling. There are many who have managed to stay active and feel quite youthful. People start becoming senescent, meaning getting old at different ages, sometimes 50, 60, or even little later. Age is a period of decline in terms of both physical bodily changes as well as psychological ones. Physically, it's a degenerating phase of life, and it is called so because the person's cells undergo a lot of degeneration. Neuroplasticity reduces, their immunity goes down, and they are prone to impairments, various ailments, and falls. As a result of physical decline, psychologically, they may develop unfavorable attitude towards themselves in terms of poor self-esteem and self-concept and an overall helplessness. All this further leads to poor adjustment, negative self-talk, and diseases. Let us refer to two psychological, or to be more precise, developmental theories for a deeper understanding of this life stage. These theories have studied development of humans across lifespans. So first one we have the Havinger's developmental stages. Robert Havingers proposed common critical developmental tasks for people across different age groups. For 60 plus year olds, few of the tasks to be carried out comprise of adjusting with their retirement, deteriorating health, in few cases adjusting to loss of spouse as well. Second theory is the psychosocial developmental stages given by Erik Erikson. He stated that 65 or more aged people fall under the 8th stage or the psychosocial conflict of integrity versus despair. People reflect back in life, and those who feel proud of their accomplishments will feel a sense of integrity and satisfaction. But those who were unsuccessful in this phase will experience many regrets and may have feelings of resentment and despair. It's absolutely challenging to accept decline in oneself like this. And so that's why it's crucial to continue being respectful and empathize with the elderly and also with their caregivers who look after them. I know caring for elderly can be a task. Understanding all their concerns and internal conflicts and whatnot. But we at least owe some of our success to them and love them immensely, right? Now let us look at some data to know why we need to consider attending to our elders. We say that India is a young country and have only 6.2% population above 65 years, but it accounts to 8.3 crores of elderly. Now that's a massive number. It contributes to 12.3% of the world elderly population. Now to put some perspective there, Japan has the highest density of old people, that is 27.5%, amounting to 3.5 crores. And guess what? India has 2.5 times more elders than even them. According to WHO, the world's population aged 60 years and older was 900 million in 2015 and is expected to rise up to 2 billion by 2050. You can check out the link below for more information about it. Whoa, that's a lot of gyan and data. Now let us see how to practically engage our loved ones. Speaking of engaging them, I remember an instance. The other day, my friend shared how they watch series every Friday along with her whole family. And that got me thinking, watching a movie or anything together may be a fun activity and one of the mundane rituals in many families. But is that a quality time spent? Definitely not. I think it's just getting glued to the screen together. Instead, we should chit chat, have meaningful conversations. How about that? To perform any task, first we need to understand person's interests as well as their abilities. For example, is your grandfather interested in gardening and can he lift a pail of water to water his plants? In case of our elderly members, they will need a little push there initially. Haha, mind it, it's not a literal push, but just a small nudge to motivate them. Also, motivated people have delayed aging process as it boosts the neuroplasticity, that is the synaptic cell connections in the brain. So finally, here's the most awaited part of the video. Activity time! Here are some possible activities your elderly loved ones can indulge in. Playing board games like Ludo, Snake and Ladders, cards can be fun. You can create your own games too, like guess the song by humming the tune, or name 5 or 10 words starting from letter G, for example. And you may put a timer also for a sense of competition. Reading scriptures or holy books as a family can add to our perspective. Mythology books of Mahabharata and Ramayana, or any book that you have at home from which preferably all the members can learn, would be a great idea. In our case, my granny always read out stories to us and highlighted the takeaways. Singing old songs, playing Antakshari is so much fun. There are no other requirements except for your own voice. Exercising together is a great motivator. Flexing different sets of muscles daily, only after considering their medical conditions, of course, is a healthy habit and will help to stay active. Taking pictures together is an easy way to have fun. And who doesn't like to pose? Here are more pics of my granny blowing balloons with a machine, playing xylophone, and coloring. She enjoyed coloring. She always enjoyed reading and writing in her diary too. She made this cupboard door as her canvas and often made drawings and wrote on it. Depending on their willingness and physical abilities, there are many other tasks that they can do, like cooking, doing social service, writing blogs, taking part time lectures online, sketching, and even starting their own YouTube channel. Financial planning is another point I want to highlight. After people retire, they start getting pension, but that's obviously not going to suffice. So, helping them manage their finances in everyday life as well as planning for their future, including their medical expenses and insurance policies, will ease them and make them more prepared as to what to expect. Having shared all of that, most elderly look out for attention and time from their young ones. I'm sure all of us provide best of the products and services for our elderly, but what they really want from you is your quality time. I'll leave you with that thought. Feel free to share your experiences or fond memories with your elderly loved ones in the comment section below. This is Gayatri, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!